Welcome to this Mekko Graphics training video. This video provides some helpful information when you're dealing with very large data sets or too much data. A client recently asked us, when I make a line chart with lots of data points, how do I only show a subset of the data labels on the x-axis? A common example of this is daily stock prices. So here I have the daily stock price data for Apple and Microsoft in this Excel worksheet. I'm going to create a line chart with this data. So I select line chart and I drop this chart into PowerPoint. I'm just going to navigate to an empty slide and click my mouse, and I now have my line chart here in PowerPoint. Now the first step is to fix my data structure because I have it reversed. So I'm going to choose from the Edit Chart ribbon, Switch Bars and Series, and that is looking much better. However, I have way too many labels on this x-axis, so I need to fix that. To do that, I'm going to click on Bars and Series, and in the Bars tab, at the bottom here where it says Show Every Nth Bar Label, I'm going to change that to 10. And when I do that, it shows every 10th bar label, which is much easier for me to understand and read this chart. Next, I'd like to look at another example. In this next chart, I am showing pedestrian fatality rates for different cities and then comparing them in this bar Mekko chart. Now, if I open up this chart and then open up my data view, you'll see in my data that I have over 30 different cities in my data sheet. And I can't really show that many cities clearly on this chart. So if I go back to my Bars and Series window where we were before, and now I go to the Bars tab, now I can see that I have many cities here listed from my data, but only some of those cities are checked to display on the chart. So I deselected all of those cities here so that they're still in my data, but they're not displaying on my chart. So I'll just go ahead and close that window and click off to close my chart. Still another way to manage really large data sets is to create an other series. In this Mekko chart, you can see that we've grouped many smaller series in this chart into an other series. And we did this automatically using the Mekko Graphics software. Let me show you how we did it. Let's open this chart and then again go to the Bars and Series. And once Bars and Series opens, we're going to go to the Series tab and then the Options sub-tab. And you see here that we created an other series. And you can manually select which series you want to add to that other series. So I can just choose to check or uncheck any segments here in my chart. Or I can also choose to add a value to this field here. And what this does is it automatically will select all the values that are less than your defined value. And then it will, when you update, add all of those series automatically into your other series. And finally, let's look at a really interesting way to deal with too much data. Another powerful option is to create an other series and show that detail in a second bar. This is a stacked bar where the second bar is an explosion of the other series of the first bar. So let's open up this chart and take a closer look. If I open up my data view, you'll see here that there's a manual other series. And then with bar 2, we have that second bar which has the segments for that other series. This allows you to show the growth rates for the components of the other series compared to the overall segments for that category. And this concludes our training video. Thanks so much for watching. For more information, please visit our website at mekkographics.com.